So we're running these today. Just got this up and running again. We've had some prototype runs. We started really getting into it today. We're in here with the green and the blue and the purple. You can look at this close. There's like a really nice pearl look to these diamond discs. And I think we've got some, started working on some metal flake at some point here. Yep.
Yeah.
Started working on some metal flake and still got the pearl look to it, but then there's some gold shimmer and metal flake in there. Well, this one actually, between the Mystic kind of goes to the right and then doesn't come back to the left at all. And the Element kind of is a little hard to turn to the right and then falls off to the left. This is kind of like right in between them. I think it's a little bit more workable Element. Element, you throw pretty hard, it doesn't really roll to the right and predictably falls to the left. This one right here has a little bit more workability. It kind of rides up a little bit, turns over a little bit, and then glides. The glide is amazing, and then it comes back out of it a little bit more. So it's like if an Element is here to there and Mystic is here to there, this one is here to there. So it's just like right in between those two discs. It's always going to have a nice shape right here over the top of it, and then a little continued tangent radius. It's not domey, but it's not dead flat. I think these discs fly better. This one is NXT plastic or platinum, so this is even a little bit taller. I think these Frisbees, and if you go to a bunch of the Gannon Burr videos of in the bags he's done over the years, he's always saying, this Frisbee has a little dome on it. This Frisbee has a little dome on it. I don't like my mid-range is flat. I don't like my fairways are flat, because whenever there's dome on it, there's still lift. So whenever you turn it over and it finally gets to that point where it's coming back out of it, when there's lift, and it helps it be more aerodynamic. When the Frisbees are dead flat across the top, which a lot of people like dead flat Frisbees. We can make these dead flat for sure, and maybe some of them are or whatever, but they're a little bit more workable when there's a little bit of spring and a little bit of dome to the top of them. By no means are they domey. Most people would grab the Frisbee and go, that's flat, but it's got a little subtle tangent radius over the top of it.
So now, why when you have a Prophecy bottom, right? Prophecy stable, but this continues to stay straight, even though it's kind of like a combination of an Element and a Prophecy. I think, okay, that's going to
Prophecy is square on the nose. There's a lot beefier on the nose. This little angle right here is what's making it ride up, and this little angle back here is what's making it fall back off. Additionally, between both the Prophecy and the Element, this Frisbee is a little less gyroscopic. This right here, with this angle right here, is taking a little bit of mass on it. So what that does, it makes people who don't have quite the amount of rotation. My rotation knowledge is per second, like I think 12 to 24 second rotation on the tech disc. I think the people are going from 800 to 1600 or something like that rotation. So whenever people are closer to, people have less rotation on their throw, they sometimes need Frisbees that can pop up still. So when it's not quite as gyroscopic, it can pop up a little bit, and it's a little bit more workable. It's easier to hyzer flip. If you added the Element wing back on here, and here's one right here, handily. If you had the Element wing back on here, this right here is all filled in on the Element. And that right there, that little bit of space, that little bit of gap, let's just figure out if I could get something here. This little bit of gap right here, all that space right there times 24 inches is a whole lot of cubic centimeters. This Frisbee right here is probably around 145 cubic centimeters, and this one's probably down around 135. So it's a little less gyroscopic. I mean, still massively gyroscopic because of all the weight out there, but compared to this, it's a little less.
Yeah.
By 10 out of 45. So what is that? 7% less gyroscopic. That helps it ride up. And then also, because it's not as gyroscopic, and there's this bead here, once it kind of comes back out of it, then all this bead's gonna catch it, it's gonna make it, well, like I'm saying, it's a little bit more workable Element. I've always liked this Frisbee. Some people are the grips of the Frisbee and how that people like it in hand. Like, yeah. I throw I'm gonna throw everything now fan grip. So power gripping this, power gripping it obviously is this, and fan grip is like this. Whenever I'm power gripping, whatever angle is on this rim right here, this doesn't have any effect on me. I can't feel the difference in my hand between these two at all. in my hand. Where other people might noticeably say, oh, there's a concave and a bead. I don't like those. Yeah.
It's a little deeper too, right? So do you get a little bit more mass because it's deeper, or is it not?
It's not deeper. It's the exact same depth.
Okay.
As all our mid-ranges are the same wing length and rim depth. Now, if your hand comes around it, typically, if your hand comes around it a little bit farther, it might feel like it's a little bit deeper, especially if you're throwing fan grip or whatever.
Yeah. It's just that empty space kind of.
I mean, if I'm looking at what you're doing right here, your index, your middle knuckle right there on your index finger is completely in the thing without even a gap on it, right?
Yeah.
You look at mine's all gapped in a power grip, right? So you're gonna feel the rim more than I'm gonna feel the rim.
Okay.
My thing is not locked in like that. Yours is pretty, yeah, yours is completely contoured to it. Under that situation, you're making more contact with the plastic and it probably feels like really ergonomically good in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it feels great.
See on the top here, the shrink rates too are gonna be differently. Even though this is the same, the way it shrinks on the top becomes a little different too. All this mass here is gonna cause a certain amount of shrinkage on the top. Not having the mass there causes a different amount of shrinkage. See right here, that snoots off a lot tighter than this one right here on the very top. That little angle right there, that's because there's less plastic right there. So it's got more places that it can go to shrink.
Okay.
So the nose draws down a little bit. And that's the thing that's helpful, having that nose draw down like that, compared to like this, which is a little more smoother transition.
Even with the same top.
It's the exact same top, but the shrink rates are different because the mass has gone underneath of the wing.
That gives it a little more turn.
More turn, that little snootiness to the nose. We've done it on the Spear, it's on the Spear Speed Demon Illusion, it's on the Journey, it's on the Rhumms. That little snoot at the end is something that I know greatly improves the lift of discs. So I'm actually making taking another top to put on the Apache and the Saber, which will, at the very end, snoot down like this intentionally, right? So that the Frisbees can turn a little bit more in high speed and then have a little bit more lift on the low speed fade. I got that angle right there from an Arobi ring. The Arobi ring has like a little 22 degree off of 90 angle for about 3/16 of an inch. That angle must be super important. I put it on the Inferno, a Quest Frisbee back in 2005, 2006, and that thing was a super bomber. There's like a little bitty 22 degrees off of 90 angle right at the very end, and then I'd already had it on the Spirit Speed Demon Illusion, and that's where I got it from, was the Epic. And I started putting it on other stuff, the Journey, the Spear, the Rhumms. So I think that's a real integral part to keeping left. Now, there's so many people out there that just want flat Frisbees. If you're a really good putter and you can afford to be a little further away from the basket all the time, yeah, throw the flat Frisbees as hard as you possibly can. They just penetrate ballistically and then they fall, which is a shot. That's a shot in disc golf. But those flat Frisbees are nowhere near as workable as stuff with a little bit of dome on it.
Yeah. So when you get that extra lift on that low speed, is that what I would translate to and see like, oh, that's just going a little bit further.
Keeps it up in there, a little bit more glide. Yeah, a little bit more turn and a little less flayed. It's going to equal a little bit more glide. I'm really liking the pearl look to these things, man. You got your little.
They look awesome.
Got your little hobby disc on the back, stamp right on the back of it. Does that one
Yep.
have it on there?
Should.
No, not yet.
No.
Here, hold this here. You want to get nothing out here?
All right.
Okay. I was gonna find a foil, put this on the back of this right here.
Oh, there's some gold right there.
Oh, yeah. Huh? Yeah. This little Jollyroger on the back.
Aye.